So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to this festival. My name is Heidi. I am from Germany, and today I'm going to present you experiential learning and adventure education, both in East Asia and in Germany. So first of all, I'm going to present myself, and then I'm talking a little bit about my workplace, the Goethe Institute in Seoul. Then we talk about experiential learning and adventure education. First of all, a definition. Secondly, the historical backgrounds and explanations about it. And then we focus on the 4 phases of outdoor education, which is ice-breaking activities, cooperative activities, trust-building activities, and methods of reflections. And I will always give you examples that you can conduct in your lessons as well. And then we do a Q&A session. So my name, as I said, is Heidi. I am from Germany, from Bavaria, from where the beer is located. I'm born and raised in Munich. And I did my degrees in Germany. I have the German state exam in teaching. My subjects are English, German, and geography, but I'm also an outdoor education and licensed sports teacher. And I used to work for 5 years in Germany as a teacher. Then I moved to Brazil, to São Paulo, and worked at the German International School. And now I have been working 4 years already at the Goethe Institute, the German Language Center in Seoul. So what are we doing at the Goethe Institute? It is a global cultural and language education center funded completely by the German government. So we are connected to the embassy as well. And besides other activities, we have a global network of 2,000 schools in 120 countries. And we support those schools with the German language, with books, with workshops, with projects. And we try to maintain a very close relationship to Germany and the German language. And our students and teachers can participate in local and also global activities. And one of the local activities include experiential learning and social skills trainings, which we conduct at the schools, not only in Korea, but also in all countries in East Asia. Now, let's have a look at experiential learning, adventure education, outdoor education. You know, there's a lot of different names for it. And let's have a look at one definition by Werner Michel. He's a pretty famous German professor in that field. He used to be my professor as well. Experiential education is an action-oriented method that aims to promote the personal development of young people through exemplary learning processes in which they are faced with physical, psychological, and social challenges. It seeks to enable these young people to responsibly shape their living environment. There was another professor, he's called Kurt Hahn, and he says, children and adolescents are showing a decline in human compassion, carefulness, physical fitness, and initiative. So this is all going down, and this is why we need experiential learning or adventure education. So what does it consist of? First of all, team building. We are sitting too much, we are studying too much all ourselves. We are not working together in a team, and this is why he says team building is very important. We need some practical experiences. You only remember things that you did yourself. If you studied something, you forget half of it. You have to do things learning by doing, approach it in that way, and you have to actively participate and also reflect on it. That's the approach of experiential learning. If we have a look at this picture, this is one social skills training that we conducted 2 months ago at EVA Girls Foreign High School in Seoul. So we did, well, experiential learning can either be practical experiences and sports activities. It typically includes outdoor activities, but it can be conducted inside as well, team building exercises, adventure sports, and challenges in nature. It therefore promotes self-confidence, teamwork, problem-solving skills, and personal growth. And, as I said, its core principle is learning by doing. So in order to build a working team, what do we have to do? We have to start with ice-breaking activities, then cooperative activities. At the end, trust-building activities. Please don't start with the trust-building activities because people don't know each other. Always followed by a reflection. The reflection can be at the very end, but it can also be in between the activities. So first of all, ice-breaking activities. Why? If we meet a new group of people or a new team, it can be a little bit stressful for us. That's why icebreakers help to create a relaxed atmosphere. I can promote interaction and engagement, and I can build trust already by engaging in low-pressure activities that are very easygoing. The participants usually start to building trust for effective collaboration. I can enhance communication, and I can also uncover common interests. So these activities often reveal shared interests or experiences that I, as a participant, didn't know of. I show you two examples. The first one is called Sort It Out. So the group stands on a long bench or a row of chairs, and on the start signal, they must arrange themselves according to the instructions. And the floor must not be touched. The instructions could be sort yourselves by age, by name, by birth month, by shoe size, height, birth year, and so on. And you can also make people blind to make it a little bit harder for them, or people are not allowed to talk. So it always depends on the age group. So in this picture you can see a group of teachers from Mongolia where we conducted the training last year. Then another example is the blind portrait. Very easy exercise. Two students sit facing each other and both are drawing a portrait of each other. However, they are not allowed to look at the sheet of paper. They have to look into each other's eyes. So this is going to be very funny drawings, and at the end everyone has to write down 3 characteristics of the person sitting opposite. So what do they think about the person if they see each other? For example, oh, I think she's sympathetic, active, and maybe gentle or whatever. You write it down, and then at the end you exchange the sheets of paper. All right, let's go to the cooperative activities. They should build team working skills. They promote social interaction, of course. They also foster problem-solving abilities. So participants learn to brainstorm, to negotiate, and arrive at solutions together. And also they promote inclusivity because everyone has a role in the group and everyone feels included. All right, also an example here. The magic wand, it's called. So the group stands in double rows facing each other, and they have to extend their index fingers, and then I put a light rod in the middle on their index fingers. Now, the magic wand has to be touched by all participants simultaneously with the fingertip, and the goal is to lower the rod to the ground together. However, if they all try to touch the rod, it's going to go up first. So this is going to be a very fun cooperative exercise. Another example would be to cross the poisonous or a poisonous river together. So the start and finish lines are meant to represent the river banks, and the group is positioned at the starting line, and then they have a limited number of carpet tiles, and with those carpet tiles they have to cross the river together, but they have to touch each other all the time, and they also have to touch the carpet tiles. If someone falls into the poisonous river, you can make them blind, or they have to be carried by another participants. So the goal is, of course, to reach the other side all together as a group, and they have to find a strategy how to do so. All right, last but not least, let's focus on the trust-building activities. Please, as I said, don't do them at the beginning, but at the end, when the participants know each other and when the group has grown together, to build mutual respect, to promote open communication. You will find out that at that stage people start talking about their feelings, about their behavior, about their involvement in the group, and also about problems. They support emotional safety, and they develop empathy because the participants develop a deeper understanding and empathy for each other's perspective and experiences. Okay, also here 2 examples. First one is called I Will Guide You. So the participants stand one behind the other at a line. Various obstacles are set up in a room. It can be chairs, it can be tables, it can be whatever else. And the first person, the one in front, is blind. And the player in the back, he guides this person, and they have to, of course, reach a specific point at the end of the room. And last example for today is the pendulum. So 2 players face each other, and then there's one player standing in the middle acting as a pendulum, and the participant in the middle has gained so much trust into the other players that he or she completely trusts the other participants. You can see it in the picture how it works. Now, concerning the reflection, why do we do the reflection? It can be after every activity, it can be after an hour, it can be after the whole day, it can be after 2 days. It deepens learning, it promotes self-awareness, and it improves communication and relationships, because the reflection, they often involve sharing insights and experiences with each other, and it encourages continuous improvement. The reflection is very important because it help transfers the learnings to real world situations. So the participants should carry something into their everyday life. That's why we reflect. So some examples concerning the reflection. You can either do a silent reflection, then you just ask the participants how they felt today, what were the highlights, what do you take away from this day, what do you take away for the class community, for future activities, were there any misunderstandings, or you can also do a line reflection with you place a line into your classroom, and then this side is very good and then the other side is very bad, or I agree, I don't agree, or whatever. And then you ask questions like, how did you feel during the exercise, or how did you feel about yourself in the team? And if anyone is standing maybe at the very back because he didn't feel well today, you can ask this participant, what's wrong, why did you feel uncomfortable, or whatever. But it always depends as well how well the group knows each other already. Now, don't do that at the very beginning, of course. All right, I'm at the end of my presentation. Do you have any questions?